So when I started learning Polish, okay, let me start over. So when I started learning Polish, um, there was one word that we learned very early on, and it was a very strange experience for me to learn this word and to be able to say it comfortably. The verb is the word is a verb. It means to be, um, and of course, in English we uh, we have certain swear words or cuss words that we try to avoid, right? That we don't say, and especially as a missionary, you don't want to seem imprudent or anything like that. And so, but in Polish, the verb for to be is bitch, which in English is a cuss word, is a swear word, and something that I was not comfortable with saying. And so I got to the MTC, which was this great spiritual place and everything, and I was on a spiritual high. I thought things were awesome, and then I learned that in order to speak Polish, I was going to have to feel like I was swearing all the time, and it was the strangest experience. I was kind of uncomfortable. I wasn't sure what to do, and and you can't get around it. You can't try to mispronounce it and have it be okay, because if we were to try to say like beach, for example, that's another word. That's another verb in Polish, and that means to beat up, and so or to fight, and so like that doesn't work. And so it was really hard for me to kind of get used to this. So much so that the first time I learned that the word to be in Polish is bitch, I was being taught by a female teacher, and she was so concerned that we wouldn't be able to get over any inhibitions we had about saying it, that she made us look at her square in the eyes and with a loud voice say it directly at her. And that was really hard. It was kind of a weird experience, but she made us all do it. And it took me a couple weeks, but after a while it got to the point where I didn't even think about it anymore, and it doesn't cross my mind at all anymore when I'm talking Polish or anything. But it can be a weird experience for somebody who's not a Polish speaker. If, for example, you hear the song "I Am a Child of God," the very last line of the song goes, "Bims bogiem znów mógł bitch," and the last word of the song is bitch. And that's kind of a weird thing, and people are usually they turn their head weird, and they're like, what did they just say? Like, what did they just sing? But that's just the way it is, and Poles don't give it a second thought. It's not a weird thing over there, but it was definitely kind of a weird and trippy experience for me as a missionary trying to learn Polish.